No matter how much money you make, there are certain money habits that can keep you from ever becoming financially secure. I don't care whether you're making $1 million a year or $50,000 a year. If you don't master your habits, chances are you'll end up broke. Nobody wants to be a rich guy living paycheck to paycheck only to end up broke in 5 years. So, if you don't want to be poor forever, here are 10 of the most common money habits that are harmful to your financial health. Welcome back to Lifestyle Billionaire Club, where future millionaires and the new rich come for inspiration and education on how to reach their goals, build true wealth, and learn to keep it. This channel isn't for the lazy, so if you aren't here to get inspired, you may as well leave now. But if you're a connoisseur of the good life, welcome. You found your home. And before we get into today's video, if you're dedicated to hitting your next level and continuing to learn and grow, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And if you get value out of today's video, share it with friends, because remember, getting rich is more fun together. So, let's get into it, shall we? Number 1, splurging. Buying things you don't need instead of investing in yourself or your future. When it comes to spending money, many people fall into the trap of buying things they don't need instead of investing in themselves or their future. This is a money habit that keeps many people poor. For example, someone might buy a new car when they could have used that money to pay off debt or save up for a down payment on a house. Or you might just blow all of your money on fancy dinners trying to impress coworkers and dates. Whatever it is, if you're in the habit of wasting money on enjoyment before you invest it into assets, you're going to find yourself in financial trouble. There are several reasons why people might splurge on unnecessary items instead of investing in themselves. Sometimes it's because they're trying to fill a void in their life. Other times, it's because they're trying to keep up with others or show off. Whatever the reason, this type of spending can be very costly in the long run. If you want to get ahead financially, it is important to break the habit of splurging on unnecessary items and start investing in yourself and your future. Number 2, not tracking your spending. Not knowing where your money goes makes it hard to make changes. If you want to get ahead financially, you need to start tracking your spending. Most people have no idea how much money they really spend each month on things like groceries, eating out, and entertainment. This is a money habit that keeps many people poor. Without knowing where your money goes, it's hard to make changes or progress. You may be surprised to learn that you are actually spending more than you thought on unnecessary things and investing or saving less than you could be. Once you know where your money is going, you can start making changes that will help you save more. Remember, most Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up. Don't be a part of that statistic. One way to track your spending is to create a budget. A budget will help you see where your money is going and how much you have left over each month. If you're not sure how to create a budget, there are plenty of online resources available that can help. Number 3, not having a budget. Living paycheck to paycheck without any plan is a recipe for disaster. It is no secret that living paycheck to paycheck is a dangerous way to live. But what is less known is that this money habit keeps many people poor regardless of income. We all understand how someone making $30,000 a year may need to scrape by each month. But even the vast majority of high-income earners above $200,000 are still living paycheck to paycheck. Mind-blowing, we know. According to a study by the National Federation of Credit Counseling, 62% of Americans do not have a budget. And without a plan, it's easy to see why so many people are struggling financially. Not having a budget means that you are not in control of your finances. You are at the mercy of the next paycheck and whenever bills happen to come up. This can be a very scary place to be, especially when you're already struggling financially. If you want to get out of debt and build wealth, you need to start by creating a budget. A budget will help you take control of your finances and make informed decisions about how you use your money. Number 4, overspending on housing and utilities. Rent or mortgage, cable, and cell phone bills, even car payments can take up a huge chunk of your income. It's no secret, that cost of housing, utilities, and basic comfort needs can take up a huge chunk of your income. In fact, this is a money habit that destroys many people's potential wealth. If you're spending more than 30% of your income on rent or mortgage, cable, and cell phone bills, then you're in danger of being unable to save for the future or cover other expenses. To break this habit, you may need to make some tough decisions. You've got to get real with yourself and figure out what's most important, here and now, or your future fortune. You may need to move to a less expensive place, get rid of cable, forego buying or leasing the nice car, or switch to a cheaper cell phone plan. Making these changes may not be easy, but they can help get your finances back on the right track. And no one gets rich without having control of their finances. Number 5, not saving. Saving money is key to having financial security down the road. A safety net is paramount for avoiding unexpected financial disaster and debt. However, for many people, this is a money habit that keeps them poor. In fact, nearly 60% of American adults have less than $1,000 in savings. Again, if you're watching this channel and that's you, we understand. But you've got to change that. This isn't due to lack of understanding of the importance of saving money. It's because people are bad at it. We are all naturally bad savers and naturally good spenders. People tend to spend their money on things they don't need instead of setting it aside for the future. There are a few reasons why people find it difficult to save money. One reason is that they don't have enough disposable income to put away. Another reason is that they are bad at budgeting and end up overspending each month. The good news is that there is always ways to overcome these challenges and start saving money. Before we proceed, don't forget to hit like and a comment on which of these 5 points relate to you. You can also share this video with your friends and family. It helps us grow and we appreciate you doing us a favor. Number 6, paying bills late. Late fees and interest rates can be costly. It's the last day of the month and you realize that you still have to pay a few bills. But instead of taking the time to write a check or log on to your bank's website, you put it off. Again and again and again. Before you know it, you've racked up late fees and interest charges, and you have even ruined your credit. In fact, if you're like most people, you're probably spending hundreds of dollars a year on penalties for paying your bills late. Paying your bills on time is one of the simplest ways to stay out of debt and keep your finances in order. When you handle life's problems immediately, you don't leave room for them to get out of hand down the road. Late fees and interest rates can be costly, so it's important to make paying your bills a priority. If you're struggling to make ends meet, talk to your lender about setting up a payment plan that works for you. Number 7, not investing. Believing it's too early to start to do so. When it comes to getting ahead in life, making money is vital. However, for many people, this is easier said than done. Many people also take the wrong approach. One reason for this may be that they simply work and work, but don't invest early on in their lives. Believing that it's too early to start doing so, they may miss out on the opportunity to grow their wealth over time. This is a money habit that keeps many people poor. Investing as early as possible allows your money to grow exponentially due to compound interest. Even if you can only spare $5 or $10 a week, this will add up and make a difference over time. The important thing isn't how much, but how often, and developing habits that support consistent investing. Starting later in life means you'll have to save more each month in order to catch up, which can be difficult if you're already struggling financially. So, if you want to get ahead in life, start investing today. Number 8, investing badly. Following popular opinion or social media investment fads. There is a reason most financial advisors tell you not to follow the herd when investing. Oftentimes, people invest based on what others are doing without doing their own research or understanding the investment. This can lead to poor investment decisions and lost money. And realistically, even if it's a good investment, if you heard about it from the crowd, you're probably catching it too late. One recent example of this is cryptocurrency craze. Bitcoin and other digital currencies skyrocketed in value in the late 2017s and mid-2021, only to plummet soon after by 60 to 90% nearly overnight. Many people who had invested based on social media hype or popular opinion lost a lot of money when the prices dropped. And because they didn't have their own understanding of their investments, they sold at the bottom and took a painful financial loss. This is just one example of how investing based on what others are doing can go wrong. Social media and mainstream news can be filled with stories of investments that did well, making it tempting to jump on the bandwagon without doing your own research. But as we've seen with cryptocurrencies and fad stocks, these investments can be incredibly volatile and risky. Number 9. Having too many debts. Racking them up until they all become one big burden. There are a few things as frustrating as being in debt. Not only does it keep you from reaching your financial goals, but it can also be a major stressor in your life. And if you have a lot of debt, it can feel like a never-ending cycle. But how did you get so much debt in the first place? For many people, it's a money habit that keeps them poor. They rack up debts until they become one big burden. Then they struggle to make payments and get buried under interest rates. This sounds like your situation? It's time to break the cycle. Start by creating a budget and sticking to it. This will help you see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. Then start paying off your debts one by one. Number 10, always upgrading. Spending more as your income increases. When your income goes up, it's natural to want to upgrade your lifestyle. You might buy a bigger house or a fancier car, spend a little more on clothes, and begin to accumulate fancy things. But if you're not careful, this can quickly become a habit that keeps you poor. The problem is that your income goes up, your expenses usually rise to meet your income. Before long, you're spending more than you earn, just like you were before your raise. This is a money habit that will keep you in debt and prevent you from achieving your financial freedom. But there is a solution. You can break the cycle by creating a budget and sticking to it, and getting disciplined about a percentage you're going to consistently invest. Start by evaluating your current expenses and see where you can cut back. Then allocate the extra money to savings and investments that will help you achieve your financial goals. In conclusion, having bad money habits will keep you poor, regardless of how much you earn. If you want to break the cycle, you need to start changing your habits and beliefs. Begin by creating a budget and sticking to it. Start saving money and invest in yourself by learning about personal finance. These steps will help you get on the path to financial freedom. Don't forget, breaking these bad money habits is the first step to getting on the path to wealth. No one gets there and stays there without first addressing their blind spots with money. So get to work. We know there may be many more money habits to keep people poor. Think you have one we've missed? Leave it in the comments so we can discuss. While many people have various opinions, we'll stand by these. However, if you have any thoughts on additional tips, let us know in the comments below what 1 or 2 points you'd like to add, or tell us when you don't agree. We look forward to reading the comments, and we'll see you at the next one. Thanks for watching, and check out our next video. And always remember to subscribe and turn on post notifications.